Everyone, it's Christian Fuchs here. I would like to say a big thank you to our fans and keep having our back for the upcoming Premier League season as well as the Europa League. Keep watching Leicester Fan TV. They have the latest news and they keep you up to date on leicesterfantv.com. So stay tuned and thanks for your support.
It's that time of week again. It's the Foxes Aftermath pre-match preview show, whatever you want to call it now. It's a bit changed. It's a bit strange having games on a Sunday and a Monday instead of a Saturday. But I've got Oscar from All Leeds TV to have a chat with. So we get on with it.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at AEK Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.
Morning all, how the devil are you? Welcome to, like I say, the Foxes Aftermath pre-match preview show. I'm getting fed up with these games being on, keep changing to a Sunday or a Monday. I've got Oscar from All Leeds TV, so we'll bring him in straight away. As you can tell from his accent, he'll be a Leeds fan, I hope.
How are we doing, guys? Hope everyone's doing well.
Good. How are you, Oscar? How's the weather there? Is it all good?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Just a bit of a shock yesterday. Well, to be fair, we've been in Tier 3 for about 4 weeks where I live, so it's one of those things. But anyway, at least the footy carries on. That's the main thing.
That's the good thing.
The footy carries on.
Will carry on. Right, as we're here to talk football, let's talk football. What do you think your Leeds team will be, and have you got many injuries? Because the team that you had last week against Villa was this one. Do you think it will change much from that team?
Well, I think the debatable point, I think to start off with the injuries, Calvin Phillips, our main CDM, if you like, our equivalent to Wilfred Ndidi, if you like, is out of this game, definitely. He's out for the next 6 or 7 weeks. Diego Llorente, who was signed from Real Sociedad, is also out for this game. But to be fair, Llorente's not really been one of our main centre-backs so far. In fact, I don't think he's played a minute yet for us, to be fair. But Koch and Cooper are probably going to be the centre-back pairing. So Cooper's probably going to be the one that comes back in. So the back four we went with on Friday night was Dallas at right back, Aylin, Koch, and Alioski at left back. I would imagine Cooper, being our captain, will come straight back into the team. I think Aylin will go back to right back, Dallas will go to left back, and I think the only change for me will be Alioski will come out and Cooper will come in, and we'll just rearrange our back four a little bit for that. But I can't, because Marcelo Bielsa very much keeps us consistent 11. I think unless there's a particularly special performance, off the bench, or if there's someone coming back from injury, very, very rare that Marcelo Bielsa will make more than 1 or 2 changes. So at the very most, I can see Coops coming in for Alioski and maybe Jamie Shackleton, who came on for Struick early on the game on Friday and played really well, might play in this game. But I'm more convinced it will just be Cooper for Alioski, to be honest, on that one. Definitely no more than 2 changes, though.
So your manager likes keeping a very settled side then, so the consistency, so all the players know each other really well and they know what they're doing week in, week out, yeah?
Yeah, no, very much so.
Is that one of your strengths then, having the same settled side? Do you think that's a big strength for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think definitely over the last 2 years it's been pretty consistent. I think the thing with having a consistent side is sometimes there's not a lot of rotation, and then players can get a little bit tired, especially when it's Saturday, Tuesday. But in the Premier League, less games, I think it's going to suit us more. I think it's going to suit us more playing the same team, because there's a bigger break between games. We play quite high intensity. We very rarely, to be fair, use the bench before kind of like 20 minutes to go in games. We only really use the bench as a last kind of resort, or maybe to try and just bring on some fresh legs. Don't really use the bench very often to change a game, if that makes sense. We very much believe in the 11 we've got starting. And to be fair, great credit to Marcelo Bielsa. You'd think that we'd have half the team, half the 22 players in our team would be absolutely fuming. But to be fair, everyone's together. Everyone buys into the idea that really, even if you're a new signing, Rodrigo Moreno, we signed for 30 million. We broke our club transfer records, and he's only just got into the team now because of injuries. He's been absolutely superb. But, that's how much belief Marcelo Bielsa has in this 11. And it's very much the same 11 in the Championship as well.
See, it's like Andy Meadows says, keeping the same team can win you titles.
Absolutely.
Leicester know that. We only made 21 changes in the team that year, which is normally it's about 80, 90 changes per season for average teams. We only made 21 changes that year. So
that's the thing. I could name that team now as a Leeds fan, that 15-16 team. That's the thing of Ranieri. It showed a massive positive sides to it. And when you haven't got European football, I know Leicester have this season, but we haven't. I'm probably not going to in any kind of instance. But there's no reason not to for me. If you believe in that 11.
Yeah. And what about your weaknesses then? You must have some weaknesses. You think when you're watching the game, you go, "Oh no, not now, not a set piece, not a corner or something like that." Is there any weaknesses that us Leicester fans? I'm not sure Brendan Rodgers will be watching this, so you can say whatever you like to say.
Well, I think the set pieces is probably one. I look at Maddison's delivery. Maddison just some player for me. I saw him a lot in the Championship for Norwich and thought he's someone that's going back to the top of the game. No surprise for me. He's absolutely superb for Leicester since signing. Him, obviously, his delivery. Even if it's not Maddison starting, you've still got plenty of good set piece delivery. Christian Fuchs as well, in swinging off of his left foot as well, massively underrated. And that's obviously an issue to us. Soyuncu. Fofana, obviously, just signed. They're quite worried on set pieces and that lot, but we have got better on that. We have got better at defence set pieces. I think at Anfield, our first game of the season, every single time Trent Alexander-Arnold or Robertson put a corner into the box, you're just thinking goal. Like genuinely, I think every goal Liverpool scored against us was from a set piece on that day. But we have got better at defending them since then. We've played Sheffield United away recently, one of the most notorious teams for set pieces, and we dealt really well with it. I think Ilan Meslier, our young French goalkeeper, has become really commanding. Robin Cox really settled in. He's a real rock in the defence, if you like. I think in terms of aerial duels, I think he's third on the list for the all aerial duels in the league. I'm not sure that is the exact stat, but you kind of get the gist and that lot.
Yeah.
I think the other thing as well is I think possibly it's going to be a game of counter-attacks. I think both teams are good on the counter-attack. I think Leicester especially, Barnes and Vardy. And we'd like to commit especially one full-back forward. I think Aylin's the one who pushes almost like a right winger when we're in possession. Stuart Dallas tends to go more central as a midfielder. So there is a counter-attacking opportunity there for you against us. Villa, but albeit it was an easy win for us in the end, a comfortable win. Villa did have a couple of chances on the counter and just picked the wrong pass from time to time, but we did get back quite well. But I think Barnes and Vardy is just different class for me on the counter-attack. We've already seen what Harvey Barnes can do to us at West Brom. Before we went back to Leicester, we got beaten quite heavily early on in the Bielsa era. But I wouldn't say there's anything that's a massive weakness for us. I think we are a difficult team to play against, but Leicester just have that next step up in quality for me. Totally honest.
I wish you'd said there was loads of weaknesses because that seems to worry me now. There's not many weaknesses we've got. Just a question from an American Fox. The one player that's surprised you so far that we should look at that's been overlooked, that we shouldn't overlook. So out of the Leeds team, there's one player that's thought, I didn't expect him to do that well. So is the one in the Leeds team that you thought, blimey, he's done well?
I guess there's two answers to this because you say about overlooking as well. But I think the first one to start off with, bit of a cliche, but Patrick Bamford is probably one that's quite commonly. I did think Patrick Bamford, to be fair, in terms of technical quality, playing with his back to goal, had that quality to play in the Premier League. I think you saw a lot of that class last season, but sometimes his efficiency in front of goal was quite famously not so good last season. But he did have a good season all in all. When I saw Rodrigo Moreno come through the door, I thought for Patrick Bamford, that's either going to make or break Patrick Bamford. Having a Spanish number 9 coming in, competing for your place. But in the end, they found a way to play together. And Bamford's game has just gone to new levels, and he's been absolutely superb for us.
Because Bamford in the past hasn't done anything anywhere, has he? He was at Chelsea. He was at Chelsea, wasn't he? And then he went to, I think, Middlesbrough. Didn't do a lot there. And I think he was at Villa for a bit. Didn't do a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, at Middlesbrough, he's been at Middlesbrough twice, I think. I think the first time he was there, he did really well, to be fair. He got the Football League Young Player of the Year, I think. Again, like we're talking about 6 or 7 years ago there. He went back when Middlesbrough got back into the Premier League. It didn't go well for him. But yeah, I think he's had like a spell at MK Dons as well. But to be fair, before he came here, yeah, I think obviously Burnley, trying to think Palace as well. He was at, and they just didn't work out for him. The loans. There was some questions, which I thought were a bit harsh. To be fair, about his attitude, I think that his attitude at Leeds has been absolutely outstanding. He's had to come back from a lot of blows at Leeds. Missed chances, games where he's missed penalties, but he's come back and really shown good mental resilience. And yeah, he's probably been the most surprised for me. I did think he'd do a job in the Premier League, but not to this extent that he's on 6 goals already, and up near Jamie Vardy in terms of goals. But the one who's getting overlooked a lot is Matej Klich in the middle of the park. I think he's superb. I think I've always felt he's a superb player. For me, he's the best player in the team for us, and I think he's the brains behind the whole operation. He's Marcelo Bielsa on the pitch in terms of how he sees the game, and that he speeds the game up, he slows it down, he's good off the ball, he's good on the ball. He's just got a bit of everything for me, Matej Klich, and he's got a goal in him. And he's just a super footballer. I think if he was 5 or 6 years younger, he would genuinely be looked at by a team like Everton or Leicester as a signing. I think just the fact that he's hit 30 now, he probably won't ever get another move, which is good for us to be fair. It's good for us to be fair. But yeah, he's one that's getting overlooked massively for me so far this season.
Andy Medhurst has asked, do you think not having the Leeds support, which is, I mean, I've never been to the Leeds, I've never been to Ellen Road at all, but do you think that's affecting your performances, not having a crowd there? Do you think the home advantage has now gone?
Yes, yeah, I think it has to quite a large extent, really. I think, obviously, in terms of the home form so far this season, I think we've won 1 at home so far against Fulham, and Fulham are terrible. Let's make no mistake about it. They're seriously kind of like Derby all those years ago, bad for me from what I've seen.
As long as you get more than 11 points, then leave Derby at the worst ever Premiership team. That's all I care about, promoted teams. As long as Derby are the worst ever team.
Mate, it could come under threat. It could genuinely come under threat this season.
As long as Fulham get them, just get 12 points. That'd be fine. If Fulham get 12 points, I'd be quite happy with that.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those. We've played some really good teams at home so far, City and Wolves. So it's hard to say so far. I do think that City game, where we really improved in the second half and really started to give City a test, if an Ellen Road crowd was there as well, almost sucking the ball into the net, if you like, it would have made a difference. But to be fair, I think it's helped us in a way away from home. I think at Anfield, it was a bit of help for me. So I think it's one of those. It helps in some ways, it doesn't help in other ways. We've seen a lot of away wins so far this season. I think it is a disadvantage at home, but I think away from home, it's been an advantage so far. I think Leicester have won. Fox was saying the other night, Leicester have won every away game so far this season.
4 out of 4 so far. So yeah, so the pressure's on to. I think we're playing better away from home than we are at home, to be honest. So it's nice to see, because when we beat West Brom, that was our first win since New Year's Day against Newcastle. We hadn't won away from it. It was horrendous, and then all of a sudden we've had the start of the season, and we seem to be playing 100 times better away from home, which is great. But Ellen Road, I think, even without the crowd, will be a very tough place to finish, to go and play. Andy's quite busy this morning. Apart from the top 6, obviously, where would you be finishing? Where would you like to finish?
I think the thing for me this season is, as long as we're above the bottom 3, which by the weekend we're becoming more and more confident we will be. But I do know this is the Premier League. I do know this is Leeds United. We can go from here, back down to here, and then back down to here, back up to here. It's just the way we are as a football club. As long as we finish above the bottom 3, continue playing the style we play with, I'll be happy this season. In terms of position, anything around mid-table, I'd be absolutely delighted with, and maybe something in the cup. So we can do something in the FA Cup, even better. But I'm not going to go too far into this. There's a lot of talk of, can we really upset the apple cart this season? Can we do what Leicester did all those years ago? No, I think let's be realistic. We're seeing a lot of teams start seasons well. Still early days. Let's not put too much pressure on ourselves. Let's just keep playing the way we do. Keep playing on the front foot. I'm just showing what we're about as a football club.
Would you say Vardy would be your main threat?
Yes, yeah, I would. I think Jamie Vardy for me, I'd genuinely go as far to say Jamie Vardy for me. I'm not even trying, just because I'm on your channel, I would genuinely say Jamie Vardy is the best striker in the Premier League for me. I mean, he's just in terms of all-round game. I just think Jamie Vardy is a Premier League legend for me as well in that sense. So he's a massive threat. We've seen Jamie Vardy at the Championship level. He's caused us problems, and I've seen the local club in Southport. I saw Jamie Vardy play for Fleetwood about 10 years ago. Scored a hat trick in 45 minutes. Came off at half time. Almost got sent off at half time, to be fair, as well, when he was having to go at our fans. But no, look, he's an absolutely phenomenal player. And yeah, I look at as well as Maddison and Tielemans. I really like Tielemans, to be fair. I think he's a real artist in the middle of the park. And yeah, I think he's been super impressive every time I've seen him. So that's obviously a threat to us as well. I think across the pitch, though, mate, I look at the quality of this Leicester team. And I think it is a really team that's, if anyone's going to be top 6 this season again, it will be Leicester for me.
Good on you. I'm just going to bring Ross in because Ross, he lives up your neck of the woods and he's a Leicester fan. I think, Ross, you're Doncaster, right? No, where are you from?
No, well, I've been Mexborough now, Doncaster way.
Yeah.
But was born in Worksop, which is in Nottinghamshire. but born in Sheffield. So, Charlie.
So, come on then, you're on your way to somewhere. What you?
Yeah, I'm on the way to another theme park again.
What you got to ask Oscar then?
1 minute, Charlie. It's on the way to theme park. Obviously, Leeds. The one to watch for me is definitely Rodrigo, 100%. I couldn't believe it when they signed him because usually when it comes up with someone's gonna a shock sign, I thought no way they're not signing, and the next minute Rodrigo's holding up a Leeds United shirt. But no, I think the man to watch is definitely him. He's so good, Rodrigo. Obviously, I know he's only got 2 goals so far. Is it a couple of goals?
And one. He's actually only got one.
Yeah, he's only got
one.
Yeah. Obviously, everyone starts slow. He's adapting to the Premier League, and I think he's adapted very well. And obviously, I think he'll be a man to watch on Monday night as well. So, if someone wants to come in.
What's his name, Ross?
His name's Charlie.
Hello, Charlie. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. My name's Charlie Jack Ray Howard.
Tell everyone who's having a party.
Jamie Vardy's having a party.
All right then, Ross. I'll let you get.
That's fine. Yeah, my prediction will be. I know obviously you're on Leeds. I'm going to say it'll be a tough game. Obviously, we've won every away game this season. So obviously that's taken into effect. It's not on pay-per-view, thank God.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. Makes a change. I'm going to say I think it'll be 3-2 Leicester. I think Rodrigo will get one for Leeds. And that is it. Click. I can't pronounce his name. Click.
Yeah, Click. Yeah.
Click. Yeah. For us, I think Vardy will get 2, and I'm going to say Fofana header, bullet header. So that's my prediction. 3-2 Leicester. So yeah, well, good luck for the rest of the season, though, Leeds. I think they'll get top 8. I'm going to go.
Mate, I'd take that all day long. Cheers, man.
Top 8 and Bielsa,
all right, then, Ross.
manager.
All right then, Ross. We'll speak to you again soon. See you tomorrow night. Cheers, pal. There we go. Confidence. Morning, Jack. How the devil are you?
Morning, both. You all right?
Right. Come on then, Oscar. As last question for you, what do you think the score is going to be?
I'm going to go 1-1. I think Jamie Vardy. It's inevitable Jamie Vardy's going to score in the game. It's inevitable. Yeah, he's just one of those players that no matter who we support, he scores against us, kind of thing. If it's Southport, it's my local club Southport. If it's Leeds United, he scores against us. It's Jamie Vardy at the end of the day. But yeah, I do think Rodrigo as well. To be fair, I think Rodrigo for me is got better by the game. I think it's expected. I think Spain's number 9, absolutely unbelievable. His performance against Villa was just unbelievable in that kind of sense. And you look at players in the combined 11 between Leicester and Leeds. Being honest, I probably would struggle to get many of these players in there. Such as the quality individually Leicester have. But Rodrigo will be one of the ones I'd probably get in there just about. I look at it and think there's a lot of threats for both teams. It could even be more than that. I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking a 3-3-4-4 kind of game because both teams are that kind of mad, to be fair. And they're both, I have massive respect for Brendan Rodgers as the manager. And I think it's going to be a really, really good football game. That's all I'm thinking 1-1 though.
Very unprofessional. My phone's just gone off. Sorry. Right, come on then, Oscar. Where can everyone find you and what's your story on social media?
So you can find us on All Leeds TV on YouTube. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, pretty much everything. All Leeds TV. We'll be obviously doing a pre-match of the game, watch along with the game as well, post-match, and we'll try and keep it as unbiased as we can. And yeah, you
It's
can
hard,
find me
it's
at.
hard though, isn't it? It's very hard to keep
It
it
is hard, to
unbiased,
be
isn't it?
fair. The Villa game was just like trying not to swear at Tyrone Mings when we got the sponsor was extremely difficult. It was it was one of those we won at the end of the day. But yeah, no, it's you can find us there, and I'm Oscar Mario on Twitter as well. So it's been an absolute pleasure anyway, guys.
Yes, it's been absolutely brilliant to have you on, Oscar, and we'll have you on again soon. Well, not soon, it'll be the reverse fixture, won't it? So I'm sure you'll want to be jumping back on and having a go at us if we win, lose, or draw. One of the two, one of the three.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, whenever you want us on, let us on. The absolute
All
pleasure.
right, then, pal. All right, Oscar. Thanks a lot, mate.
See you later, guys.
Good luck after Monday, though, pal.
See you later, guys.
See you later. Cheers, mate. Morning, Jack. How the devil are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
I'm good. So, what's your opinions then? Come on, Leeds game. You can talk. All the Leeds fans have gone now. You can talk sensible now. What you want to talk about?
Dirty Leeds.
That's their name normally, isn't it? But
Leeds scum and all that. Yeah.
yeah, wow, yeah. It's a family show. Be careful what you're saying. Right, on the Leeds game.
Yeah.
Because of the injuries, do you think Mark Albrighton has got a chance of playing on that wing back role on Monday night?
Well, we could play James Justin maybe at right back for Farnor, Evans. He might start Fuchs, to be honest, at left back and go 4 at the back this time round, and then play Cengiz under.
Because Brendan Rodgers just like throwing a curveball, doesn't he? We're never sure exactly
does.
what team he's going to pick.
And even when he threw the curveball, he still manages to win the game. Yeah.
It's been pretty good. Also, as well, did anybody? I mean, Johnny Evans. You said Johnny Evans there. Pardon me. Do you think he'll be fit enough? Because he's only he's 50-50 chance of playing. I know there's reports in the Leicester Mercury this morning. The Leicester Mercury this morning that Johnny Evans could be fit. Do you think it's worth taking that risk? Does he make such a big improvement? Because I think he does when he plays. I think it's huge improvements when he plays.
Yeah, it helps Wesley, little Wes out, should we put it?
Gives
him more of an experienced head at the side of him. So I think it'd be good to Evans to play, but he keeps getting these injuries. It seems like an every week scenario with him, but hopefully he'll be fit for Monday night because we need him, I think, unless Big Wes steps in.
Yeah, because if Big Wes steps in, that'd be great, and then you've got Little Wes. But the one I feel disappointed for is Filbert Fox. He never plays now, does it? So you've got Big Wes, Little Wes, and Filbert Fox, but that partnership never gets played, does it? Unfortunately, it'd be great to see. I don't think it'll ever happen. Can you imagine that?
Really, probably in a mascot race, but not in personal football match.
How well did you think Underplayed on Thursday night? I know it was in the the Europa League. It was different, but how well do you think he played?
I thought it was fantastic. The way he approaches the ball, the way he looks for a pass, the crossing. He's got everything there. His fitness is coming along quite well now. You seem to see more of him as an attacking threat. And I think that shot, what he had against AEK Athens second half.
When he curled it, yeah.
So,
it was. Just needed a bit more Waz on the ball, as I said the other night, that no one knew what I was on about.
A few more game time for him, and I think he'll be definitely up there, and we'll be signing him permanent at the end of the season. So
yeah, he's played well, hasn't he? He started.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they're saying Ross is claiming he started the big Wes, Little Wes, Filbert Fox thing. Well, we'll see about that, Ross.
We will.
We'll see. I think this one's being a bit overconfident here. Old Amil, Vardy hat trick. It'd be great if it was a Vardy hat trick. I'd love that. A Leicester win. I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. I won't go overconfident on Leeds because they've had a great start to the season under Marcelo Bielsa. He's a great manager. He knows what he's doing. So I wouldn't underestimate him too much. But as long as we get the win, it's all that matters, really. But you can't really underestimate Leeds in the way they're approaching the game. I think Bamford's had a great start. Helder Costa, Rodrigo, as you say. They've got some threat there. But if we can match them at their game, we've got the threat as well. It's just if they want to play that high line, we can get it over the top quite quickly and change the game. And that's what they've got to be threatened for.
if you that Facebook user, sorry, I can't see your name because you've got to click on the StreamYard link to allow StreamYard to use your comments to put your name on there. But my midfield, whoever that is, would be at the minute. I would go for a back three, and then play Tillemans, and then Mendy. I'm trying to find my photos here. I've lost all my photos now. They've all gone. Mendy and
Pratt.
No, Maddison.
Oh, Maddison.
Yeah, okay. I'd go for Yuri Tillemans, Mendy, and Maddison.
Changing it up a bit.
Why have I lost? Sorry, Oh, there he is. There he is. There's Madders. I knew I'd got him on there somewhere. And then old hashtag. That's who I'll have. Tillemans, Mendy,
Magic Mendy,
and Madders there. That's been my midfield. That's how I would go. What about you? Anything for you? Would you change? Would you say anything different to that?
Well, I think if Fuchs plays and they go 4 at the back, Leicester, maybe we could go 5 at the back with Albrighton as a wing back, and then maybe play Mendy, Tillemans, and Pratt, and then Maddison. And Maddison if Albrighton doesn't play, and then Harvey Barnes and Vardy. So we're just going to kind of like work around it with these games coming thick and fast. We've got to like change quite a few things, but not too much.
Yeah. I've Pappy Mendy would be defensive. I've missed out Harvey Barnes there actually because I've got my lineup will be a 5, a 1, a 3, and a 1.
Yeah.
With Vardy at top, so I forgot Harvey Barnes there. I wrote it down here, and I've not even been looking at my team. I was thinking off the top of my head. It's off the cuff then a bit. But yeah, LCFC Gray here has put Mendy has been solid. I think Mendy has been absolutely brilliant this year. Old hashtag Magic Mendy, I think, has been absolutely brilliant. Do you agree? Is Mendy worth the place in the team now?
I've been praising him on all different groups. What are like Leicester related, like Leicester Fan TV and all of that, and Twitter. And Mendy's been fantastic ever since he signed that contract. I think Will will struggle to get back in if Mendy keeps performing the way he is, because he seems like a Kante, what we've been missing from when Kante left.
Yeah. I was saying this yesterday, Jack, to on one Leeds fan channel. He's not the same player as Kante, but he does the similar kind of job, which helps us all out. He's not exactly the same, but he does the job. See, Andy Meadows has put no Pratt with a few question marks, but I struggled to try and put him in the team today. I'm not sure where I would play him. I love a bit of DP, Dennis Pratt in the middle of the box, but I just don't know where to fit him in my team, because the way I find that Leeds seem to play a high line, and we need the creativity to get in behind him. So I think I would rather have Maddison. I know Pratt does a fantastic job in there, but I'd rather have Maddison to try and find Vardy through the gaps. It's tough. I can see why Brendan Rodgers struggles and how he picks his team, because he's got to think about what
Europa League
and I don't know. As much as I like a bit of DP there, a bit of Dennis Pratt, I think you've got to have Maddison this weekend just to get the balls through.
For it,
because we lose that bit of creativity.
We've got a lot of good players in the team at the minute, midfield wise, with Pratt, Tillemans, Barnes, Maddison, Under, Mendy, and DD when he's fit. So when Ricardo comes back and Sionku and people like that, he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle to find places for each team and who's going to play which fixture and who's going to play in the Europa League. So
and old Timothy Castagna will be a big miss as well, won't he, tomorrow?
Oh yeah, he's got that pace in it, that agility like Ricardo, where he passes the ball and gets straight down that wing, and that's what you want against someone like that against Leeds, because Leeds are that like kind of like want to push you back sort of thing. And I think with Castagna, it gives us that extra attacking option from the back. And I think we'll miss that tomorrow.
Andy wants to know, have you got a power cut at home because you've got no lights on? You are a bit dark there, pal.
Do you know what? I'll stick
That's better. That's better. Hey, the power's come back on.
No, it's raining.
Because it's raining. It's not raining here,
like
pal.
Really
it's lovely.
dark in it over like Bill's mother, shall I put it?
A bit, it's a bit dark over Bill's mother. Ross says you need to put 50p in the meter, Jack.
I do.
Where's your missus this morning? She's not coming on. She don't want to say hello to us this morning. She's a bit scared.
No, she's at the back a minute. She's on her phone.
Oh, right. What, well, watching you? She could listen to it.
She's watching Doncaster TV. I won't watch that.
Doncaster TV? What? So she's watching them instead of us?
Yeah.
Can't be any good. Tell her to change over, whatever you do.
I know.
Have you seen the fixtures for November, Jack? How quite busy, and I know we've got an international week, so some players could be playing 3 extra games that week. I mean, we've got Leeds on Monday night, Braga on the Thursday night, and then Wolves next Sunday. Another pre-match show for me. I would love to do an aftermath show. I really would talk about the game instead of talking about what's going to happen. I'd love to talk what's actually happened. And then international week, it'll be a proper aftermath show. I won't know what to do. And then Liverpool on the 21st, and then Braga away on the 26th. The fixtures are coming thick and fast, aren't they?
I think Liverpool's after the international break, isn't it? So
yes, that's the week after.
Hopefully we get no injuries before that game. I think Liverpool were quite lucky yesterday with that penalty.
Good point there. You've mentioned injuries. They're saying Pereira should be back.
Yeah.
And Timothy Castagne should be back for the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
So hopefully we should be all right.
James Justin.
Well, yeah, that's the way I think it will. Just stop you there a minute, Jack. Tomorrow night we're starting at 7:30 and we're doing a watch along for the whole game. Phil and me are starting the show, and then Lox is going to jump on a few minutes before, do the watch along. Phil's going to come on at half time, and then he's going to go. Lox is going to do the second half, and then we're all going to jump on afterwards as well. So anybody want to watch the watch along with us instead of listening to the commentary of who would it be? It'd be Alan Smith. I bet it'd be Alan Smith tomorrow night.
Gary Neville, I think.
Will it be Gary? Oh God, you'd rather listen to Lox than listen to Gary Neville, everyone, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, so come and join us tomorrow night, 7:30 for a 2.5 hour watch along. Just think, putting up with us lot for 2.5 hours, Jack. If you weren't on it, could you sit there and watch us for 2.5 hours? Do you think?
Well, it depends how good the game is, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it does actually. Kerry says here that she can't wait for the unfit, injured players to come back. Yes. So, like I just said, we've got them two here.
Yeah.
After the Liverpool game, I'm not sure about Amati. I know he's not a big first team player, but he's going to be a squad player. It'll all help because we are lacking strength in depth, aren't we? And then Soyuncu and then Didi. Yeah. Soyuncu and then Didi. Lox has got an admirer here. She can't wait to see Lox for 2.5 hours.
The deal.
Oh, no. And then
at least he's got a fan there.
Yeah, at least he's got one fan, yeah. And then Soyuncu and Wilf are back in January time, is it? End of December, January time?
I'm not sure with Wilf, to be honest. I don't know if it's the start or in mid-Jan. It's who we've got in them fixtures coming up then. I think we'll be all right.
I'm not sure. It could be worse, Jamie. It could be Arsenal on the Arsenal TV. Yeah, it could be worse on them. Yeah, don't really want to watch them, do you? Some of them are a bit naughty. They are.
Well, I can't watch them after the Sunday game, and I think that guy's deluded, isn't it? That guy who wears the earphones around his neck.
Oh yeah. He's a cheat. He's a cheat. But
he's deluded as the cum is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Last question then, Jack, because we're just going over a little bit. Your score predictions. What do you think the score is going to be against Dirty Leeds?
I think it'll be a really tight game, attacking game. It's like Leeds attack versus our attack, but I think we've got more quality there. I think we'll win 2-1.
Oh, you go for 2-1. See, I'm going for my normal 2-2 draw. I know that sounds really boring and that, but let's not lose. Let's not lose. Let's get a point away from home. A point in the Premiership away from home is, I think, absolutely fantastic. See, look, I've got a fan there. He's agreeing with me. 2-2. So that's
you
pretty
take
good.
A point there, yeah.
Oh yeah, you've got to take a point at Leeds, with or without the crowd. You've got to take a point. Yeah. Cayson's going for a 2-1 win. He's a Facebook user. 2-1 there. Ross has gone for 3-2. Another LCFC Grey 2-1 there. Vardy Brace. Naren's gone for a 1-0. But see, everyone's going for a tight game, aren't they? So
that's what Lox is going for, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to get Lox.
Save him another week.
That's probably why he's not on, because he's not done his hair. So that's probably the reason why Lox is on. Mark's going for a 4. Who to, Mark, though? Mark? Is that a 4-2? Because that's a 4-2 home win, that is, the way you vote that. I hope that's a 4-2. I hope that's a 4-2 Foxes win. Will Holloway, where's he gone? There we are. 1-0 for Fafana. I'd love to see Fafana score, wouldn't you?
I think we did that many years ago, didn't we? The 4 goals one in the Premier League against Leeds.
Oh, the 4-0 win, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We've had quite a few good wins against Leeds, but not recently. I mean, the last time we played there in the league was when we actually won the championship.
Yeah, and David Nugent scored from Kevin Phillips' assist. Yeah.
Oh, Mark's now gone for a Fox, so I think I know that was a 4-2 Foxes win there. Ross is saying who would be doing the bleep sounds. So I think we'll have to have a slight delay on it, like a 5-second delay, just so we can have a few bleeps. Because I think there'll be a lot of bleeps there.
A lot of swearing if Leeds score.
Oh yeah, Matthew saying no home advantage or a 3-1 away win. Yeah,
that's what Leeds are, isn't it? Leeds like get the fans behind them, innit? If they ain't got the fans, they seem to like struggle a bit.
Ian's hoping for a 3-0 win. He doesn't think Leeds would turn up because he's living in Leeds, so that's yeah.
Be another team who Phuket, Norwich, where he gets all the goals at the start and don't finish.
Yeah, whoever that Facebook user is, I'll agree with that. The Stevie Hour header in the last, I think it was literally the last the last header of the game, wasn't it, from the corner? Yeah. I was living here.
Corner, was it?
I was living here. It was when we were in League One, wasn't it? And I went, we had Leeds fans, and I went absolutely mental. I got some right strange looks. I did that afternoon, but I didn't care. We'd won. Stevie Howard. What would you give for a Stevie Hour header at the back post now? It'd be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it? Neil's bringing up the Lillian Ellis goal. That was 16 years ago, Jack. That was 2000. 17. It was September of 2003.
Yeah,
I was in Ibiza then. I was giving it, watching it. So yeah. Steve Shepherd, no dodgy VR. We don't want dodgy VR, do we anymore?
Liverpool game yesterday.
And I didn't actually see it. Was there a few dodgy decisions in there, Jack?
Well, the Mo Salah penalty, I think he made a right meal of that. The commentator said the same, but you're not Salah's like anything to let Liverpool win the title and whatever again.
Jamie, I think that was the season before. I can't remember when. No, that might have been the season before when we scored when Harry Patulainen, I think you called him. He scored him with his one and only touch. But I think that's the one. I think that was the 12-13 season. No, that was the last game of the season. Yeah, the Facebook user, whoever that is, that says my name's not showing up, you have to click the StreamYard link to let them agree for you to for your name to show. So all you got to do is click on that link above the chat, and it will let you in, and your name will show up. That's all. Simple as, nothing else. That's why we can't see your name.
We've had quite a few good fixtures against Leeds. I remember the cup game. Steve Howard scored again.
Steve Howard loves scoring against them, doesn't he? He loves scoring against them.
Tomorrow as well.
Yeah. You know something? When we last played, Vardy and Morgan were in the team. When we were talking about that last league game we played, Vardy and Morgan were in the team, and they both started.
Yeah.
So 7 years ago, just shows how the team's changed. Only 2 players. Hold on. Was Casper? Yeah, Casper was in the goal.
Michael was in there as well, yeah.
Michael was in goal as well, yeah. So, I mean, it showed on Thursday night as well, didn't it, Jack, that we had the 5 of the starting 11 were title-winning members of our squad.
Yeah.
I know they've all got a bit older, but...
Shows that a lot's changed, didn't it, within the squad? I think we've become more better, though.
Yeah. Right. So, Jack, much appreciated.
Yeah.
And we shall see you tomorrow, shall we? Are we going to have the privilege? Yes, you love coming on here, don't you?
Well, someone's got to do it.
Oh, and make sure if she's listening, make sure your missus has got a Leicester shirt on and she can come on with you.
She's got a Leicester shirt somewhere. I brought her one many years ago.
Make sure she puts it on. Let's see your missus. Not this make-believe missus you've looked like you've got. She's got to come on and show us wearing a Leicester top tomorrow night.
I'll sit there tomorrow. Mecca, watch you.
All right then, Jack. We shall see you tomorrow. Cheers, pal. Thanks a lot.
See you tomorrow, Jamie.
You're welcome. Well, there you go. We sold Clark to Leeds. Who's Clark? Who? Terry, who are you on about, Clark? We sold Clark to... Oh, you mean Alan Clark. Oh, Sniffer. You're a little bit older than me, weren't you? I I would, yeah. There's a few older fans on here this morning. Yeah, yes, Stevie does. Right, so I'm going to shoot. We shall see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hope you're all well. And so it's ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Top of the morning to you. See you later. Come on, you foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.